across again to Prime Minister Albanese's side. All right, thank you very much, and to Papua New Guinea, happy 50th anniversary. Yesterday was reflection. Yesterday was our commemoration of 50th anniversary of democracy, free market economy, freedom of religion, freedom of worship, and existing as an independent state. And we are pleased, I am pleased on behalf of every sons and daughters of our country to acknowledge that on my right hand is the Prime Minister of Australia, the present Labour leader of the Australian Labour Party, under whose words we're having this press conference today.
Hey folks, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that button right now and turn on notifications. We are diving deep into the real stories shaping our world, from Pacific power plays to the stuff Canberra doesn't want you to know. Smash that like if you're ready to unpack some geopolitical drama, and let's get into it. Picture this, it's September 2025, and Papua New Guinea is marking 50 years of independence with fireworks, reflections, and a whole lot of handshakes. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese jets over, all smiles, expecting to ink a landmark mutual defence treaty with PNG's James Maip. But instead of a signature ceremony, they walk away with just a communiqué, basically a fancy IOU saying, "We've agreed on the words, we'll sign later," after some cabinet chats. On the surface it's spun as progress, but dig a little, and it's clear this delay is no minor glitch. It's a symptom of shifting sands in the Pacific, where old alliances are tested, new players circle, and everyone's playing 4D chess for control of sea lanes, resources, and influence. To sum up the video's core, we are talking about how this stalled treaty exposes Australia's vulnerabilities in the region. PNG, our closest neighbour, isn't rushing into a deal that could tie their military fate to ours. Marape's speech was poetic, acknowledging PNG's birth from Australia's womb, as he put it, but firm on sovereignty and equal partnership. No subservience here. Meanwhile, China's been building roads, ports, and ties in PNG for years, offering no-strings cash that makes our aid look like pocket change. Add in a resurgent Donald Trump back in the White House, ramping up anti-China rhetoric, and suddenly PNG's hesitation feels like a high-stakes auction. Who bids highest for loyalty? The US. With bases and muscle, Australia with history and rugby investments, or Beijing with infrastructure bonanzas. But let's get creative and real. Imagine the Pacific as a vast, stormy ocean, with PNG as a key island lighthouse. Australia wants to keep that light shining our way, guiding ships safely past Chinese currents. Yet Marape's stalling is like flipping the switch to dim. He's buying time for domestic buy-in, dodging sovereignty pitfalls, and maybe flirting with better offers. From what we've seen in recent reports, PNG's cabinet has greenlit the text, but whispers of pressure from all sides, Washington pushing for a bulwark against Beijing, China dangling economic lifelines, make this feel like a thriller plot. Trump's return amps it up. He's all about America first, tariffs, and cracking down on rivals, turning every Pacific spec into a strategic pawn. Back home, new Liberal leader Susan Ley, first woman at the helm, is sharpening her claws, blasting Labour as soft on defence and letting China nibble at our edges. It's brutal politics. If Albanese can't seal this, it's ammo for her to paint him as the guy who fumbled the ball in our own backyard. Here's where it gets spicy and human. We are not just nations on a map, we are people with histories, grudges, and dreams. Aussies are grinding through rent hikes and coffee prices north of $7, wondering why their tax dollars fund overseas dances that don't always pay off. PNG folk. They are celebrating freedom while grappling with shaky infrastructure and a defense force that, as Maip admitted, can't fully guard their massive ocean turf. This delay isn't weakness, it's savvy. PNG's playing the long game, milking rivalries for max gained more respect, more investment, less bossing. But if we Aussies keep treating them like the kid brother, we risk pushing them toward Beijing's embrace, where ports turn into potential naval hubs overnight. Think Sri Lanka's debt trap déjà vu, but right on our doorstep. In the end, this isn't just diplomacy gone awry, it's a wake-up siren for Australia. We need to pivot from paternal pats on the back to genuine partnerships, big investments in PNG's future, not just security strings. With Trump stirring the pot and Lay gunning for power, the next moves could reshape our region, peaceful alliances, or a tense standoff. Either way, everyday folks like us bear the brunt. So, what do you reckon? Is this delay a masterstroke or a misstep? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this if it fired you up, and remember, subscribe for more unfiltered takes. Stay sharp, mates. The Pacific's waves are rising.